Okay. All right. Hello. Welcome to tonight's session 9. We're on session 9, people. And all right, quick recap from last session. The After everybody experienced the generosity and hospitality of Mr. Jakob Farud, sometime throughout the evening while you were sleeping, you all wound up getting. Well, you all woke up in a strange place. Obviously, it wasn't your bedrooms or where you were walking. And you guys went through, a little ruined area and found a couple of those ruined sites. And that's where you guys met up with Nathan and his dog. And then after going through all of that, you all woke up, and then you pretty much spent a good portion of the day, at the market or at the academy, doing some kind of research. Everybody was researching different things. Some interesting information was gathered by some people. Their investigations were not as fruitful, but you pretty much took advantage of the day pass that was paid for at the library, and there was a couple of people in the library that had noticed some other things that were going on. But you guys pretty much all left, and from there, I believe you guys all headed right back to the estate, right? Jakob's house. And I believe everybody was discussing getting back in that pool or something to that effect. Am I missing something?
No.
Sounds about right.
No, some of us got some cool weapons.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
That's
Melica
pretty
wound up
minor.
grabbing the mace with the rose quartz head. I believe Alcaeus passed on the hammer. Is that correct?
No, I got the hammer. No.
You did get it?
Yeah, I went
Okay,
back.
all right, cool. All right, yeah, so you got your hammer and you got your shield. Nathan grabbed the shield. Leister, did you? Yeah, Leister picked up some more arrows. And so you guys are all going back to the house. So let's switch some maps. See how Roll20 is doing tonight. Yeah, for what it's worth, maybe a bunch of people are watching and they're not playing, so Roll20 will run a little smoother.
Maybe.
We shall see.
Gotta find the bright side.
Always.
Are we in
always.
Bacanunya?
We're in Bacanunya!
Oh, sorry.
We teleported.
Wrong place. Hold on.
Fast
Oh,
travel.
cool. This is what this place looks like.
Do
Do we find the teleportation thing to
bots.
concentrate on so that we can fast
If
travel?
only.
Alright.
I would be glad to be back in Bacanunya.
No, fast
except for
travel is
the
only
bath.
unlocked in this game once you get
Bathhouse
like
seems
level
really nice.
6 spells or something.
We should just go to the Fey realm and just forget all of our troubles. Is that a thing that we can do? Is that how that works? I choose to believe
think it works quite how you think it does.
that.
We should research the Fey realm a little more.
Ignorance.
It is bliss.
Yes. I just believe there's a bunch of elves running around, talking to animals. That's what I choose to do.
Alright. It's nice and blurry on my side. Hopefully it's clear on yours. But
Yes,
you're
crisp.
all outside the beautiful sandstone home that you guys have been hanging out in. What would you all like to do?
Is the
shall we
master of
discuss
the house home?
Our
Can
findings
I ask anyone?
from the
He's gone,
research.
he was gone a few days or something, actually, right? I think I remember that.
Hold on, Ian and Chey, can you guys hear each other?
Oh, I can't hear
I
you.
cannot
I'll
hear
reconnect.
Chey.
Okay, yeah, 'cause both of you are talking over each other. Let's do quick mic checks real
Oh.
quick. Tyler, say hello.
Hello.
Everybody hear Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay, I only got Landon. Alright, Chey, did you hear Tyler just now?
I heard him, I think, for a second.
Yeah. Do you hear me?
You
Hear
two
me
hear
now?
each other? Okay,
Sure.
perfect.
Excellent.
Alright. Nathan, did you hear Tyler? I mean Ian, sorry.
Yeah, I also heard Chey there as well.
Oh, you did?
I
Okay.
hear ya.
now you guys hear each other?
I hear Ian, yeah.
See? Okay.
And Matt?
Matt, he said he might have to mute himself from time to time, so we'll just play by ear with him
Okay.
for personal reasons. So, maybe he's yelling at the TV, and which is completely fine. Okay, so I'm sorry. Pick up where you were leaving, where you guys left off.
Can everyone hear?
Just
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My audio went out for a moment.
well, you're back.
All right. We are outside Jacob's house.
Yeah.
Do you all want to discuss our research findings over a nice warm bath?
Yeah, that would be nice. What do you say, everyone?
Very well. I'll need some time to take my armor off. It usually takes me a while. It's all rather intricately wound and such.
Sure, no
You are
problem.
not alone. I'm sure Alcaeus will join you. Maybe you could help each other. His retainers sadly perished in some battles we had.
It might be nice, but my god and I, it's a time of prayer as well when I remove my armor. I like to sit with it. And, you know.
Oh, well, that is way beyond anything I do, so you have fun.
That is quite interesting. I've never heard a way of praying.
Well, I worship a forge god, you know, so.
That
Worship
makes
items
perfect
as well.
sense.
Yes.
Okay, real quick. Chey, whenever you get a chance, switch your token over on the bottom. And
Oh,
as you guys are, when you were walking,
sorry.
it was like lightly raining, for most of the day and whatnot. And as you cross this street, it's like, let's say you're walking down. Oops. All right, let's say you guys are coming this way. Can you see my? Okay. As you come down this street, you notice that it's raining on this side. If my ping. Okay, yeah, it's raining on that side, and where you are, it's not raining. So it's like almost like down that street, right down the middle. You can see like the light wall of rain that's on the western side of the city.
Is there a cloud that stops right above it?
Yeah, yes there is.
Okay.
Look at
It's
that.
What? What is in the? There must be something in the desert causing this, or in the city.
That's what I'm telling you. I mentioned before. Part of the desert was brought over from Alcaria, and
But it's
Uh,
insisting.
so it's like half the city is former Alcaria and half the city is Isle of
Right.
Six.
I don't think it's former Ocaria. It looks to be very persistent on maintaining its current desertification.
You're right.
If the land is just brought over, the water would seep into it and eventually start to seed. At least the rain would fall there. There's no mountain to block the clouds. Has to be magical. Doesn't seem right.
Logan will knock on the door.
It opens, and you can recognize the eyes of the woman, underneath her robes from the previous evening.
Milady Faroud, I and my companions have returned. Has Jakob returned as well?
She kind of just, she doesn't say anything. She turns and opens the door further, and she kind of gestures for another person dressed in robes to come forward. And this is the one who was kind of like being, I guess, like the main hostess for you last
Okay.
night, and in the tub. He's like, "Oh, please come in." No, Master Faroud is he is still not returned today. But
What a
please.
shame. We do appreciate your hospitality. I'll follow her in.
Well,
Yeah,
the Master
I think-
did offer 3 days of hospitality So, I will honor his words.
May we go have a bath this evening?
Yes, of course. I will have I will get everything prepared.
Great, thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, they said the bath will be available shortly. So I will meet you all there. I'm just going to get into a robe.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Yeah, I don't need to bring this shield and hammer to the bath. I'll go put it in the room.
Okay.
Is there a room I could have? I appeared with Alcaeus, I believe, last time. I was hoping I could have my own, perhaps.
Yes. Yes, that was very odd. I don't remember the master offering his hospitality to you, but if your companions can vouch for you, then we can provide a room for you and your. She kind of like pauses while looks at at Max, your companion as well.
Don't worry, he doesn't leave any droppings or anything.
Logan will turn around. Okay, Mr. Nathan, even though we aren't very well acquainted, I will vouch for you, but you better not let us down.
Of course not.
Yes, we will be responsible for our companion.
Very well.
Thank you.
We will have another room prepared for you shortly.
All right, I'll wait here until then, and I'll go and change.
Also, there is some food left over from supper. If you'd like to eat for a little while, then you are more than free to help yourselves there as well. We can have some additional things brought out for you while everything is being set up.
Oh, we didn't have dinner yet, did we?
No, we didn't.
No, you guys
That
have
would
been
be
in the
great.
library like
Thank you.
all day. Had some
We're
falafel
allowed to
before you
eat
hopped in.
In the bath?
Yeah, we had some lunch, but yes, some dinner would be nice. Thank you.
I mean,
I'll grab a few things and eat in my room. If that's all right.
yes. This, if this house is, make yourself at home.
Wonderful, thank you.
Very well.
I'll grab a few scraps and wait for my room to be readied.
Okay.
Leicester would probably just go up to Nathan and just be like, if you need somewhere to change, you can have my room. I'll take the
Okay.
next one if you'd like.
Thank you, that's quite kind. I'll take you up on that for now.
Yes. It's this way. You'll point it out to him and let him have it. Since he doesn't really...
Okay. So
Don't mind the raccoon droppings.
Baby's very well trained. She has not just...
Alright, so everybody, you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do. Go to your rooms, take off your armor, eat, whatever. And then just let me know how long it'll be before you wind up down at the pools. I mean, it'll be ready within 10 or 15 minutes or so.
I'll be there in an hour or so, a little bit more.
Oh, wow. Okay.
20 minutes?
Okay.
Takes 10 minutes just to get off my armor. So.
Sure.
Logan takes about 10 minutes to eat something, then changes into a robe and goes down to the bath.
Okay.
I think Melica will take about the same amount of time to eat and change and go down
Okay.
as Logan.
Nice.
Probably just pick at whatever food's left on the table, and then when he sees other people heading that way, he'll just follow them.
Okay. Alright, so let's say within half an hour, everybody except Nathan is there. Alright, so Alcaeus would be the first,
Mm-hmm.
and then Melica, Logan, Lysa would show up about 10 minutes or so after that. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then Okay, everybody just robing and getting in the water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby belly flops.
Let me get. All right, for the 4 people that are there right now, let me get a perception check, please. Logan, you can do it with advantage.
Oh. I just
Perception.
accidentally rolled with advantage.
Okay, cool. I will whisper. So 10 people.
Yeah, when baby belly flops, Melica tries to shield her notes from the water.
Oh,
Like,
no.
maybe this was a bad idea after all.
You brought your documents to the bath.
Of course, we're going over our research, are we not? I had to bring my notes.
Okay. I've committed mine to memory.
You have that many notes.
Oh, well, my memory isn't the greatest. So, yes.
When'd you read that much?
Oh, while we were at the academy, of course.
You learned so much in that time.
I learned quite a bit. It was very exciting.
It's impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that reminds me. Did anyone else see that strange spider?
Spider.
What strange spider?
Well, we were all very extensively studying our books. There was a spider, bright pink, about the size of your palm. I wasn't sure if it was a natural occurrence or not, but it seemed to recognize what it was looking at, as it left as soon as I saw it.
How very strange. What do you mean it left? Where did it go? Did it disappear?
I tried to search for it, but I was not successful.
And it was aware that you noticed it. It's
Hmm.
quite
It
odd
seemed
for a
to.
creature.
It
Hold
felt
on a s-
like it was watching. It's very
Oh.
strange.
Well, I'm sure that we weren't doing anything too exciting.
Oh, where did you say you saw the spider? Was it on top of one of the bookshelves?
I don't remember. Write that down. It was just on a bookshelf somewhere. Watching from a distance. Wasn't close enough to catch.
Watching us.
Yeah, bookshelf nearby.
Hold on a minute.
All right, as of right
Everyone,
now.
look!
Oh, go ahead.
Everyone, look at your chests. You have this. We all have this strange mark on us. Look at it.
I still look down and just start taking note of the scars he already has. I'm trying to.
This wasn't here yesterday.
What does it look like?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking at your chest?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you start kind of like moving the fur around a little bit. You know, it's kind of like difficult. But pretty much everyone, you know, if you look at yourselves, you'll notice maybe about 2 inches in diameter, right on the center of your chest. It looks like a faint marking or maybe like a faded tattoo or something, but it all looks like that that thing with the 5 rings circling that one big ring.
Hmm.
You know, the symbol that you guys have been researching for the most part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's that same mark.
I'm gonna cast a message spell and directed towards where Ian was in his room,
Okay.
and ask him, Ian, this is Logan downstairs in the bathroom. We need to see you immediately. I'm sorry to disturb you, but it's very important.
Pull up message real quick.
How about
Oh no, wait. Before you do anything,
Okay.
pull up message real quick.
Okay.
Because I think it gets blocked by like walls and whatever. Let's see. Target creature. You can cast a spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target. And no, okay, magical signs, 1 foot of stone. Okay. Yeah, there's gonna be way too much between. That's so weird. It says you can cast spells through solid objects if you're familiar with the target. And you know it's beyond the barrier. So yeah, I guess it would work. Okay, so instead of him saying Ian, he actually says Nathan. And
I'm sorry.
Nathan, you will hear that message in your head.
okay? About how long into the hour has it been?
Let's say 35 minutes total.
All right, I will kind of halt the process that I was kind of partway in.
Mm-hmm.
Do what I messaged you, and just come down kind of half armored
Sure.
into the bathroom.
Okay.
I think you can reply with message. Do a
Oh,
short
yes.
reply.
I think I can. Yeah. All right, I'll be down in a moment. That's all I would say, probably, and then
Okay.
just hurry down.
Okay. Yeah, it says
Hold
you
on,
can
wait.
reply, but
Hold on.
I would
Wait.
be the only one that would hear it.
Yeah, actually, hold on, Logan. What did you bring with you to the bath? Because I'm assuming most people left everything in their room.
It's just my robe, actually.
Yeah, and that requires a material component. So if you don't even
Just
have your
talks
folk,
to himself.
yeah. So it's like, you know, you would kind of go through the gesture and then, you know, maybe reach down to, I guess, you know, your component pounder where your focus would normally be, and nothing's gonna happen. So Nathan, Ian, you actually you don't get that message.
Okay.
So let's
Never
just
mind.
let's ignore
That's good.
all of that. But Melica, you know, as everyone's there, you know, you start pointing things out. You notice that Logan got really close to you, like without you even noticing.
Hello.
All right, you notice that Logan's like, you know, sunk down into the water, pretty much just like head above water, and it's just his shoulders peeking above water.
Oh.
And he notices that you caught him sneaking up, and he smiles and says, "Hello."
Oh. Well, I almost didn't see you there.
Well, you know, I just wanted to get a closer look at the marking. I didn't realize we all had one, and I was just trying to get a closer idea of what it was.
Oh, I did. I noticed it on you, and then on Leicester, and then I looked down at my own chest and saw it. But of course, Alcaeus couldn't see it there. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh.
right here. Mhm.
You were the
Take
only
back
one
the
I was
face.
looking at, so that's why I didn't notice. But anyway, what do you think this is? This marking?
Well, look, it's the same as the 5 rings.
So he will
That-
look a little closer, and he's like, "My God, you're right. This is very disturbing."
Yes, I
Or-
thought I quite had enough scars already, but I suppose not.
Speaking of which, I'm not sure, but I might be able to heal those with lesser restoration if you're ever interested.
I've lived this long with them. They've quite become a part of me.
I understand. Just keep it in mind if you ever want any help with them.
I will remember that. Thank you, Logan.
Maybe we can take off this marking with it. That might be something to try. Hey.
I'm not sure that's such a great idea. Mysterious markings appearing out of nowhere are often not easy to make disappear.
Are there any of the servants around the pool?
Yeah. The main lady who, she's just
Okay.
kind of like standing there, waiting for orders, directions, whatever.
All right. Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Would you please summon our companion? We have discovered something very unusual, and we need to speak with him immediately.
Yes, of course. And she'll go and walk out.
Sending a message the old-fashioned way.
I don't know if you noticed me trying to cast that spell. I just realized I didn't bring any copper wire with me.
Oh, I did notice you reached for your component pouch.
Alright, she'll go walk off.
Well, did you find anything in your research about the marking, or this, symbol?
Indeed, I did.
Oh, perhaps we should wait for Nathan to show up. Oh, but I do want to know so badly.
Well, have you ever heard of the Shadowfell?
Oh. Can I roll to see if I know that?
Shadowfell?
You did last game. You failed.
I did last game, and Can I do it again? Just kidding.
Yeah, go for it. Let me get a Arcana or History, your choice.
Alright.
Well, they were doing all that fun.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of know of it just basically in passing a little bit because of your...
I've heard that word.
Because of, like, your class. So, I mean, you kind of understand a little bit about it, but you just don't know too many of the intricacies of the place itself. You just know that, it's a darker place and, it's like illusion and undead and phantasm and, it's like twisted and, whatever. But you just don't know too much, about, like, specifics.
Okay. Leicester was gonna say something.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
While they were busy flirting, Leicester was going to check Baby for the mark, if that isn't too much trouble.
Okay, yeah, you're looking through, and Baby even kind of, like, helps you, like, spread some fur and stuff, and there is no marking on Baby.
Seems like it was limited to people.
Little Baby doesn't have a mark?
No, she sadly does not match.
Well, maybe that's good. We don't want her being a target.
Yeah, if you say it's something to do with the Shadowfell, that is worrisome indeed.
Right. It's basically a fairy realm, but it's a dark one. Not a good place to be. And that's where I believe we were, and where we have gone a few times.
In our dream, that once.
Right. The first time when we were on the ship, and again when we met Nathan, who, since he's not here yet, I'll go ahead and say he might be from there, and we might not be able to trust him. And now I feel bad for vouching for him.
Oh no, well...
That seems like a stretch. I mean, he hasn't done anything to make us not trust him, right?
He was on the ship with us, though.
Exactly.
A victim of fate.
I saw him.
maybe blame the circles I run in. It's just my tendency not to easily trust people. Anyway.
That's the problem. I run in a straight line, head on towards problems.
Straight and narrow it is.
Tyler, your mic's doing that thing again.
Hold on.
Please take the mic out of your throat.
Oh my god!
Remember, anyway, I also, when I cast my spell to comprehend languages, because I wasn't actually able to read all these things, a couple of words stood out, which I'm not exactly sure about. One was Eldritch Lord, and another one was Zaga. Now, Eldritch Lord makes me think, some kind of magical creature, probably in the rank of power, but beyond that, I don't know what else they do. And then Zaga, well, I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing it might be a name of somebody nasty.
Zaga.
Zaaga.
Oh.
But eventually, Nathan, you'll hear a knock at your door.
Hello?
So terribly sorry to disturb you, sir. Your companions are requesting your attendance down in the waiting pool. Should I tell them that you're on your way?
Yes. Please. I'll be down in a minute or two.
Very well. Sorry to disturb you. And then you can hear light footsteps walking away.
Okay. I assume it's still been about 35, 40 minutes.
Well, it's going to take her probably a good, let's say, 5 or so minutes just to get to where you are. So now it's 40 minutes, let's say, when she reaches you.
Okay. Yeah, so at that point, I would have most of the top, like most of my chest armor, shoulder pads, helmet off. Yeah, I will, like I said, do what I messaged you, and then head down.
Sure. Okay. All right, so you get down. All right, so let's say 10 minutes past total.
Before he comes down,
Uh-huh.
I do want to just say to everybody, I happen to have a good feeling about Nathan. He worships a good god, and I trust him fully, and I would like to wait further discussion until he arrives, because I found some things as well.
Sure, that's fine by me. At this point, I'll look around for something alcoholic to drink.
Hot spring eggs.
There's nothing here, because like there are no other servants here. It was only that one that she sent off. But
Oh, bother. There's nothing to drink around here. I'll just sit back against the back of one of the walls of the pool and just relax.
I can send Baby looking. I'll feel bad for a wet raccoon running around someone else's house, but she can go look.
No, that's all right. If a servant comes back, I'll ask her.
well, yeah. So 10 minutes after she leaves, she returns. Mr. Nathan will be joining shortly.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Would it be all right if we had some wine?
Oh, yes, of course. Anything in particular?
Oh, anything you have is fine.
Red, preferably.
All right.
Or red.
All right. Anybody else request anything?
Nope.
Okay. Very well.
Silence.
I shall return. And then she walks off again.
There's more than one color.
And Nathan will actually appear. Actually, Nathan doesn't even know where it is. So actually, okay. So let's say Nathan, you'd be wandering through the halls for a little bit, and eventually you'll bump into the servant, and she has a tray, and with like a bucket of ice and wine glasses and several bottles on it. She's like, "Oh, have you made it to the pool yet?"
No, I realized I don't actually know where it is in these winding halls. Could you mind pointing the way?
Well, I'm headed there now. So just please walk this
wonderful.
way.
Yes, just follow behind her.
Okay, cool. Yeah, a couple of minutes or whatever. Walk through some hallways, go downstairs, and then you enter this pretty decent sized room that has like just a big square pool in the center of it. That's probably about 25 feet, across. It has a very like a Romanesque kind of feel to it. White marble. There are large like pillars situated, and there are you can see like a couple of like temporary walls, where people could change behind and whatnot, and there are like hooks with robes and all this other stuff, and it's like there's like a light coming from inside the pool, and the ripples of the surface send those like wavy water light waves or whatever on the ceiling and around the area, if you can kind of hopefully picture that. And so she comes. Yes, please come this way. They've been waiting for you. So by this time, let's say 45. Let's say it's probably just past the 50-minute mark or so.
Oh, Nathan, I'm so glad you're here. And Melica will stand right up in the pool and point to the symbol on her chest and say, "Look at this. Do you have one?"
Yeah, everybody's naked. Except for you. Why don't you describe what you look like, actually, since you're the only one who's not
me?
In the book.
Oh, what he looks like?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm still I still have my leather like splint armor like still connected on my legs, still strapped on. There's probably God, I'm trying to remember the name for the belts of armor as well, dangling, but my chest piece, like my larger flowing splint mail tunics, have been removed, and I am currently shirtless. Kind of scraggly hair. First time you've actually seen me without my helmet on. The blonde hair is kind of pushed back. It's rather greasy from being under the helmet for so long. The blue eyes stick out against the kind of dirty face, still unwashed. And I look down at my chest, and I don't think I would have one on my chest.
You looked down at your chest, and you can see the mark.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's faint, but after she stands up, and she kind of, I don't know, I don't want to sound vulgar, parts her breast a little bit. It's like, hey, look at here. And
she is not ashamed. He was in a war, like none of that matters to her.
Nathan kind of steps back and looks down after seeing it. Oh, I do appear to have it, yes. Doesn't actually make eye contact again for probably quite a bit, seemingly a little bit.
Where's Maxwell?
Off.
Is Maxwell with you?
Maxwell. Yeah, he would be in the room.
Okay.
He'd be asked to stay.
Okay, cool.
I'll sit back down, and Logan, do you want to tell him what the symbol might mean?
Well, it looks like it's the circles that were teleporting us back and forth from the Shadowfell.
Yes, I would agree. None of you know how you got it, I presume?
We did not have them yesterday because I do recall taking a bath with my companions the other day, and they were not there before. So...
Interesting. I'll come and sit by the edge of the pool now, kind of just cross-legged.
When he was saying, he was talking about his own circle. I'm going to try to read him to see if he's trying to be deceptive about having one, or not noticing it was there before.
I mean, you can't really do that against other PCs. If you guys are cool with like role playing, with it for whatnot, then we can do the rolls because they're whispered anyway, so nobody would see. But just like out of game, you guys can't kind of use that against each other. But let's. I'm sure we're mature enough to, figure out what's going on. So go ahead and Logan, let me get an insight check. And while you're doing that, all right, the servant she enters with Nathan. She has her tray. This beautiful, highly polished silver type tray with the wine and the glasses and whatnot on top of it, and she begins pouring and offering to whoever wants.
Oh yes, I will have some. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm all right.
All right, so go ahead and what did you ask Nathan again, or whatever? What were you trying to do?
Are you certain you don't recall having this mark on you before?
I don't take my armor off much, other than to sleep usually, but I thought I would have recalled it when I was removing it earlier, but I must have overlooked it in my prayers. Sorry. I don't mean to cause suspicion.
No, that's all right. We were very surprised by them, and I just was curious to see if you also bear the same mark. Something happened to us the other evening that has branded the five of us, quite literally.
Yes, I seem to have one. I'll kind of lean back and point to the one that I seem to have.
Is anybody able to detect if there's any magic emanating off of these brands?
Well,
sorry,
we all attempt.
Try. I don't have the specific spell prepared, and none of my supplies. But
well, if not now, then perhaps later.
Yes, I'd be more than willing to try to detect it later after I could tinker with my tools a bit.
I had mentioned the possibility of trying to remove them with a lesser restoration spell, but Melica is concerned about that.
I am a bit concerned to try anything with them. If they were put here by a dark entity, we would not want to anger it more. I'm not sure
Nathan,
what other options we have.
If you needed more time to remove the rest of your armor, please go ahead. I'm surprised. I was just surprised by the marking and wanted to see if you had it as well.
Yes, I understand. It's quite surprising for me as well. Quite disturbing. To your point, if it is some dark entity that placed these upon us, and he would be angry if they were removed, perhaps his ire is not always the worst thing. Dark entities I do not usually find myself in agreement with. Usually, I rarely trust them. But
actually, hold on, real quick. One thing that everyone would notice, only because there's you all have this, the emblem on Nathan's chest, it seems to be glowing like a tiny bit. Just like a tiny, it's not like really giving off light, but it does seem to be glowing just, versus yours, kind of looks like the faded tattoo or, an old scar or whatever. It seems to be glowing like just a tiny bit. It seems to be producing some kind of soft light. Not enough to see, if you were in darkness, like to read by, but, you could tell it's just a little bit brighter.
What does this mean? Logan, did you find anything else out about this symbol?
Can I, I'd like to go back to my room and perhaps investigate this a bit. Perhaps pray, see if I can find some answers.
Certainly.
I'll return when the rest of my armor is removed and my prayers are complete. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Certainly. See you upon your return.
And I will quickly scatter off, trying to remember as best I can the way back to Leicester's room to continue my process.
All right, yeah, you can find your way back without a problem. You know, let's say the people in the group with an insight, a passive insight of, let's say, 15 or better, you could kind of tell a little bit that Nathan seemed a little disturbed by this revelation.
Yes. If I were him, if I had that side effect, I would be just as concerned as he. In fact, I might go off to pray also.
Were you referring to the fact that his symbol was glowing where ours was not?
Ever so slightly, yes. This was, and...
Yes, I noticed that as well. I wasn't sure if he noticed it on himself or not. Why would his glow...
Leister casts thaumaturgy.
Okay, what do you want to do?
You can just make sounds or something, right? I forget how it works.
Yeah, you could do a couple different things. You know, you can like open and close doors and cupboards and things like that. You can amplify the volume of your voice. You can like make lights, you know, candles and stuff like kind of flicker and, you know.
Okay, Leister will make candles flicker and then look down at his chest to see if anything happens.
Oh, nothing happens.
Drat! I thought that would work.
Logan will start blinking his eyes and like rubbing his eyes, like wondering what's going on.
I wondered if magic triggered the glowing, so I attempted something.
Oh, I see. I thought something was in my eyes.
I do wonder what Nathan could have done to cause that, or if something we had done caused it.
Could his be newer?
Or maybe he's evil.
All that, I guess. Are all people with poofy hats is suspicious?
Logan will refill another glass.
Okay.
We do not need to sow discord among us.
I'm jesting, Melica, don't worry about it. Just having a bit of fun.
I see.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he is either.
He seems so friendly and so angsty.
Yes, he does. Do you trust us, Logan?
Perhaps you a bit. You follow your god, you have this code, these morals and all that. The wild one and the one who pretends to be a knight, I don't know about yet.
I look over at Alcaeus. I would take offense to that, sir.
Yeah, the Leister just looks at Alcaeus. He does not care.
Again, I kid. Yes, of course, I trust you all.
Baby wads over to Logan and starts climbing on him. Trying to
clink
get on
my
his
glass.
head to annoy him.
With Logan.
Logan will feed baby some wine.
Baby will happily laugh at the glass while Leister face plants.
Alcaeus, are you awake?
Alcaeus drowned.
I believe with my high perception, I would have noticed that.
So, yes, other than the bit about the Eldritch Lord and the name Zaga, if it is a name, no, I don't believe there was much more I discovered.
We should perhaps inquire with someone at the academy, or who do you think should know about this?
Well, we tried that, and they weren't interested, quite frankly.
Oh, that was just the one naysayer. We're always bound to find a rude one in a group.
Oh no, I'm talking about Beeman Hawkins.
Oh,
She
yes.
did. She was given a message and chose to ignore it for whatever reason.
Oh, maybe she didn't choose. Maybe been heard back. Keep faith now, Logan.
I suppose. I'll take another sip of wine.
And the servant lady, she's just kind of standing there, you know, refilling glasses if you want, or just whatever. But she's just standing there.
So, I really wish that our host would return, because I have some questions. Like, he seems to be one of the few people in the city who has managed to preserve their memory, and I would like to do that as well. You know what I mean?
Do you
I
feel
certainly
yourself
agree.
forgetting? Have we forgotten anything?
That's the problem.
No, I
If
haven't.
you've forgotten something, you wouldn't remember that you forgot it.
Fair.
Quite a
True enough.
conundrum.
I mean, you know, maybe we did forget things, but we don't remember.
Mm.
But for now, I remember that we can forget things, and I don't want to. Anymore, anyway.
Do you think, at risk of sounding more like Logan, the skeptic, do you think our host could be pulling our leg?
Perhaps. This all happened under his roof, did it not?
Yes, and it would be quite convenient to keep us believing him to say that no one else other than him remembers where Ibat actually came from.
Does anybody have a way to make sure or discern if somebody is telling a lie or a truth?
No. Baby's a very harsh negotiator, though.
I believe it, but I don't believe I have anything of the sorts. Even besides, you know, a good strong warhammer to the leg or knee.
I could perform a prayer ritual tonight and possibly see.
Well, let's think about where all this puts us, okay?
Either way, I do believe that Jakob has been very generous to us, and we should reward his generosity by being grateful and gracious guests of his home, and in fact, perhaps offer our help to him in his endeavors, because it does seem that he is a man of business, and quite successfully at that.
I agree with that. I wouldn't mind also going out to the market, perhaps picking up a few gifts for the servants to thank them for their hospitality.
They're so kind to have given up their rooms.
It's too kind, really. Perhaps a trip to the market and picking up a wonderful basket of fruits and bounty and delights. Who knows what a bot has to offer? I haven't quite taken a look at the goods.
Yes, something they might like. Pastries, perhaps, fruits, perfumes, flowers.
Wouldn't that be lovely if Jakob came home to a house filled to the brim with beautiful blooms and smells and...
Unless he was allergic.
Oh, Now. I'm sure the servants could give us a tip.
Well, yes, if there's anything that you're considering getting to show your appreciation to Master Faroud, I'm sure I can point you in the right direction for certain things. Let's say, I don't know, another 15, 20 minutes or so go by, and then Nathan comes back.
I, this time am fully undressed in a bathrobe, or just a robe of some sort. And as I pull off the robe and slip into the water, it seems the symbol has stopped glowing, and I'll point to my chest.
Now remember, everyone, hold on real quick. It wasn't like glowing like woo, woo, you know what I'm saying? It was just a little bit brighter and, noticeable than yours. It's not like, he doesn't look like Iron Man or
brighter.
anything. Yeah.
Iron Man level.
So like less faint than ours?
No, now it's kind of on the same level as where yours is, for the most part.
I believe I know why, too. Before I had my armor on. As per my sort of magic, I am able to imbue armor with specific properties, abilities. And technically, it was magical. And while it was on me, I believe, it was causing it to glow because of that magic that was still around me. It's my best bet, at least.
Interesting. So it responds to magic, perhaps?
I tried
Seemingly.
that.
You did try that, Leicester?
Perhaps
Real magic.
No, perhaps it's a specific type of magic. I believe I peddle in arcane magic, and I don't know. As a ranger, you might be more of a natural sort, or and a kind of point to Melica, or divine, perhaps.
Perhaps it has something to do with our level of protection or power that we wield at a certain moment. Would you say you are more powerful with your armor than without it?
Certainly.
More
Are
protected.
you not? Oh, yes, definitely, of course.
I am simply musing. I cannot say anything for certain.
Someone hit me.
Someone
What?
hit you?
Okay, I'll hit you.
Thank you.
like full on, like.
No.
Yes,
no.
I want him to do damage. Just
Oh,
do damage.
okay.
Do it.
Quick left, surprise left jab.
Well, okay. Well,
I'm not gonna have you roll to hit or anything. I mean, just out of the maximum amount of damage you can do with an unarmed strike, just let them know how much you want to do.
oh, I don't want to do a point. I don't want to do
Perfect.
under too much.
I will immediately cast Hellish Rebuke.
Out. I won't have my claws out. Hellish
Oh,
Rebuke.
God.
What did you say? You
no.
cast Hellish Rebuke?
Leicester wants to see if that does things.
Are you really doing that?
What have I done?
Yeah, Leicester doesn't know any better. He's gonna cast it.
Holy fuck! All right. I mean,
Standing in water.
technically, there's no PvP.
That's not PvP.
It's up to you.
They're all willing, right?
If you're willing, then it's all good.
Consensual.
All right, go ahead and roll your damage then. Holy shit!
No problem.
And what is
Sorry, Eric. I didn't mean to do this.
No. It's
what
all
is
good.
what's your hellish rebuke? What do you say?
You would just, after getting boofed, you'd just be like, Tartinda! And just curse at him in Infernal.
Nice.
All right, roll your damage.
Oh my.
Holy shit!
Let's see. Did I click it? I don't know. Oh, I forget that it always pops up. Okay, there we go. Ooh.
Okay. Say for half, right? So
Yeah. Yes.
Already
9
rolled it.
points of fire damage.
Ooh.
Does he
flame
catch on
comes
fire
up.
in the water?
No, he doesn't catch on fire. It's just this flash of hellish flame comes up through the bottom of the pool, engulfing the Leonid, and it quickly.
And Leicester looks at his chest.
I look at Leicester's chest through my hands that are covering my face.
Yeah, nothing happened. It's the same.
Done.
What could it be?
Perhaps we can discuss other things. There's many possibilities, and we don't necessarily have all of the pieces to figure it out now.
Maybe
I'm
I'll
gonna-
try a spell.
I'm gonna look at the symbol on Logan's chest now. I'm sorry, on Alcaeus' chest.
Okay.
This can we compare?
All right.
So is it 9 damage total or 9 damage for half?
9 damage total. That's in half. That's half already.
That's
Yeah,
half
you-
already.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You rolled pretty decent.
9 damage is nothing. I got this.
Yeah. So other than he can kind of smell a very, very faint aroma of hellish brimstone on Alcaeus as you go closer. And I
What
guess
does wet hair and burnt hair smell like?
if anybody's watching and they want to tell us what that smells like, please let us know. And, so okay. Yeah. So Logan starts getting closer to Alcaeus. Oh, okay. Hold on. All right. You're casting that. That takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna start casting it.
Okay.
Praying.
Okay.
What are you doing, Leicester? Trying to turn this into a hot tub?
Oh, I thought it would be cozy. No, I'm just so... I want to know what this is. 5 rings and 5 of us? I thought maybe our magics would trigger something.
It was worth a try. But now he smells like wet and burnt a lion.
Is there any like soaps or salts we could get for him? Clear up the air a bit.
Oh,
Maybe
yes,
it's just like
please.
steaming up a lot more.
There's no escaping this. This is with us.
I still will try and look for something nice smelling to... as a pub.
Yeah, I mean, there's all different kinds of syrups and soaps and whatever. Also, if you want a particular smell or something like that, if as you're thinking of it, it just kind of like manifests from the water. So.
What?
Okay.
I still will start manifesting every wildflower just out of realizing this is the thing. It's now going to overpower you with other stings.
Nice.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you for testing my theory, though.
Oh, no problem.
Wasn't much of one.
I think maybe we shouldn't be shooting fire off at one another. Just maybe relax. I like this wildflower smell.
Not to mention, we don't want to get kicked out.
Yes. I would like to, meet this host who's offered such a wonderful palace to strangers. But the 5 circles and the 5 of us is a bit worrying. And the fact that all of us are branded. I mean, we had thought that this might be more widespread, that this might be, that we were not so important to it. But
I'm not sure if you were present for that part of the conversation, Nathan, but we were talking about the Shadowfell, which is where I believe we were going to in our dreams, our alleged dreams. And in the books I reviewed, there was also mention matching things to what we drew from the circles to the terms Eldritch Lord and the name Zaga. Are you familiar with either of those?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever heard of either. No. I wouldn't imagine so. But it's good to know.
I think this may be who's behind it all, and who's the cause of our misfortune.
So, how do we investigate that? Perhaps the Academy would be more interested in that name rather than amorphous dreams and what we previously had recounted.
Did Melica ever show you her map?
I don't think so.
We found a map on the beach our first day here. Do you happen to have it with you, Melica?
I hold up one finger and whisper, "Praying."
Yeah, she kind of like repeating the same hymn or whatever it is that she's doing.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's in Elvish.
Okay.
Oh, no, what is she saying?
Anyway, we will perhaps show it to you later, but there was a part of the map that had an area with what looked like an arch or a gateway. And in that section of the forest, we were told that there are many creatures of the Fae. I don't know, I just have a hunch that we're going to be drawn to that place for whatever reason.
Is it our next stop?
Maybe. I don't know where else to turn.
Is it a bad idea to go directly to where all the signs are telling us to go?
Yes, I feel like we're going to get killed. I mean, I don't have much luck with those scorpions.
It's an understatement of the year.
Maybe we could head there in the morning. I would rather go during the light of day with it.
Oh yes, not at night.
Although if we were in the Shadowfell, I remember we talked about this earlier on the way, either at the library or the way back from the academy. And I believe I recalled something. It's it's a dark place, right? Some dark reflection, a dark realm.
Yes, I believe there's basically a fairy realm, and then the Shadowfell's like the dark fairy realm.
Yes, a darker mirror. So maybe then someone there would at least know of that place, or I believe you'd also encountered a couple of names of fallen fae or something. You had heard that discussion as well back at the library.
Right.
We're not hippies in that area.
Yes, if we could find those alleged hippie wizards.
That would be useful as well.
I believe, what are they called? Druids?
Yes, that's what they... More colloquially. But... Yes, I guess that we could head there the next day. It's not a bad idea. You don't have any other leads or any other thoughts? Everything else I was researching fell flat. So...
You mentioned you might be able to create objects of holding, like a bag of holding, to preserve our weapons. Is that something you could make tonight or tomorrow?
No, that would take a number of weeks or months. To actually recreate one that would last permanently would be one thing. I would need to find probably a recipe of some sort. I have none. I don't think I know how to craft any magical items right now. But if I were to require a recipe, however, I can also replicate certain magical items. It's how I created the cloak and set of outfits you saw me changing in earlier that I used to shift between. And I could with some time, it would, like I said, take some time. Perhaps replicate a bag of holding instead.
And a replication would take you a few weeks?
Yes, I would need to. Yes, I haven't exactly uncovered the exact intricacies of that replication, but with time, I should be able to figure it out.
Our weapons will be dead by then.
No.
I guess I will have to commission some weapons then before we go. If then, I'd rather have something sword-like, but if necessary, I can get an axe.
Do the jungles degrade weapons?
No, just this island in general. The air makes everything rust within a few weeks and become useless.
Interesting. Well, thankfully I've only been here a day or so hopefully I should have a bit.
Poor Alcaeus' armor is already starting to show some wear and tear.
I have a couple weeks on that, so hopefully we can find some of those iridescent crabs and get something made. Or
Yes,
something
hopefully
else. Maybe like a
easier
scorpion.
to kill than the iridescent scorpions.
It's been about 10 minutes or so. I guess the area begins glowing with the soft, welcoming, radiant energy, and up to 6 creatures of Melica's choice within 30 feet will get healed. X amount of hit points, which it should be enough to max everybody out. So,
Nice.
assuming Leicester and Alcaeus are chosen.
Oh yes, they are.
Okay, yeah.
Yep,
So
I went
both
in.
of you go up to max again.
And now look at your symbols. Or are they reacting?
Can I look at Melica's?
My symbols are the symbol. It looks at Melica's symbol. It looks at the other symbol.
Yeah, everybody looks at their own chest and quickly peers over it. Whoever's close to you or far from you or whatever, and they all seem the same as they did prior to the casting of the spell.
Well, did not seem to react to that. Anyway, I was deep in prayer, but I did hear mention of some fallen fae.
And a map?
The archways we wanted to go to.
The archways, yes, the archway. That's a good idea. We should head that way, perhaps, if it is a gateway to the Fae realm. And I saw some names or I'm not sure exactly if they are names, but Negwick and Jodanim were 2 names that I found mentioned quite a bit with that symbol in it. And that was that was in that same book, Logan. That's you found the Shadowfell and Zaga names mentioned. But I have no idea what the significance could be.
They could be servants of some sort to this Eldritch Lord. Or they could be rebelling against him and choosing us to help their fight. It's not entirely clear. All we know is they are ways forward. They are leads, threads to pull.
Negwick and Jodanim, that's right, okay. In my notes here, I see that one of them is from the Shadowfell and the other is from the Fae. But I wasn't able to discern which was from which, but...
That's right.
I saw the author of this... oh wait, this is something else.
You see Maxwell kind of look over at his butt after that noise was made.
Nice.
Baby will paddle over to investigate.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and then while I'm on the topic of my notes here, the ones that nearly got destroyed by a cannonball, a raccoon-sized cannonball, that is, there was a book that I did find on Ocaria, written by Canise Durante. So maybe that is a person of interest that we could try to track down, and then we could find out if, well, they are from Okaria, if they're here or not, or any
Yes,
such.
that mystery, I believe, is tied as well. I don't know how. That is the one that evades me and eludes me the most. Though it's all quite vague at this point.
Okay, let's take our break real quick. It's almost 8 o'clock now. So yeah, if you're out there watching, hopefully we'll be back after the break. If not, I'll let you know why. And then yeah, if you like what you've seen right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, or give us a follow. And we will be back in about 15 minutes or so, hopefully. So, talk to you in a little bit. Alright, give me 1 second, guys.
Oh, thank gosh.
Did you
I
see
had
that?
cake brought to me, and I've just been staring at it lustfully, awaiting
So hot mics. Okay.
I really tried everything to get those marks to glow again.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was so funny.
That was hilarious. Completely unexpected.
I just thought of like the meme where it's just like, you know, Eric, like no PvP, like next session. Leicester and Alcaeus like consensually hitting each other and shooting each other.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
consensual.
I know, which makes it so much funnier. Because if it wasn't, like, he could not allow it. But it's like both of you guys want it to happen, so it's just so funny.
I did not see the hellish rebuke coming.
Me neither.
Leicester only has like 2 things he can do just willy-nilly. So I tried the 2 things.
It's such a fun racial ability for tieflings, that just the hellish rebuke. It's so fun. I always forget about it. And then someone does it.
All right, we are back. Tyler, you here?
Always.
All right, sweet. Oh, that's weird. You got the little bubble above your thing, the mute bubble. All right, whatever. Okay, carry on. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Is
yes,
Matt
we're
back?
Oh yeah, is he?
Yeah,
Oh, I can't hear him.
Matt,
I
you
can't
there?
hear him.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe not. I can't hear him either.
Oh,
Well, let's see. All right, we'll give it another minute or so.
oh, I heard that.
Yeah.
Hey, so cute.
She is too freaking cute. I had a dream last night. This is the last thing out of game I'll say. I had a dream last night that my cat had kittens and she had 8 of them, and I wanted to keep them all.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
But she's fixed, so she can never have kittens.
Oh.
truly a dream.
You're peeking into an
An alternate universe, yeah. Except one of the kittens was like blue,
Cool.
like blue fur,
Nice.
You talking like
So
blue or
cute.
like Russian blue?
like blue, like
Oh wow,
blue.
Nightcrawler kitten. Yes.
that'd be pretty
Awesome.
cool. All right, so as you guys are all talking, you notice the servant woman. She walks over to the door, and there's another person in robes, and she, you know, like the one, excuse me, the one that was outside, kind of like whispers to the woman who's just been like kind of like just overseeing everything. And then she quickly turns and she says, please forgive me. I must tend to something of great importance. We'll be with you shortly. And then
Is
she just
everything
quickly
right?
leaves.
Might I help?
No, she just quickly leaves and like closes the door.
All right. Well,
Should someone follow her?
I don't think so. It's a sorcerer's house.
I feel like it might be rude.
I would agree. While she's gone, actually, it's not a bad time. I don't exactly trust her. We heard talk of hags that could force people to sleep, and I have an idea that perhaps the servants and the sorcerer here are hags in disguise, and that was why into the Shadowfell. And when I was drawn there by some other means, I would presume, and then you were drawn there by the hag giving you dreams, perhaps, and sending you there, or whatever they do at night. Them to go to sleep and do what they do. It's just a theory, and I didn't exactly want to say it in front of the work because I could believe that this whole. Haven't seen too many servants, but I don't know.
That's quite a theory.
Just worried.
Well, Jakob has a quite vast collection of books and things, so perhaps we could take another look at those.
You know, we have been consuming the food and beverages here, and you know, perhaps when we were asleep, certain markings could have been placed on us. Though that doesn't exactly explain how Nathan's got there.
No, I think we got the markings when we activated the sigils in the Shadowfell.
Okay.
I think the hags sent you to the Shadowfell.
Oh, maybe it was after we actually used the symbol.
Yes, that's my idea. Yes, exactly. Precisely.
I see.
Okay.
Oh, maybe we should take our leave.
Why would the
I
hags
was
do
thinking
this?
perhaps
though?
we should. To us five, I don't know in particular, but to anyone, maybe they just are trying to eat. I don't know much about hags. I don't think, but I don't know reasonings, but perhaps they are the ones deceiving the city about its translocation, and they wish to remove anyone who has not yet fallen under their whatever spell it is that causes people to forget. I don't know. I'm just speculating here, and I still think it seems odd that a powerful sorcerer opened up this magnificent mansion to all of us without even ever meeting me.
Now, would you all mind coming back to my room with me while I perform a prayer to try to divine the meaning of this, and if this is indeed safe? My God will commune with me. And perhaps it is safe if we all stick together in the meantime.
I think that's for the best as well.
You can see Logan's hesitant, and he lets out a long sigh, finishes his glass of wine, says, "Very well."
Oh, we've had quite a long bath, have we not? I am turning into a prune.
No, it's not the bath that I'm hesitant about. It's, well, never mind.
You could tell me in private if you wish.
No, that's all right. Logan will get up and put on his robe, and leave. Are you ready to go now?
Absolutely, as soon as possible would be best. Leicester,
Sooner the better.
Alcaeus?
Well, I guess if everybody else is going, why not?
Grab my robe as well.
Leicester, are you awake? I figured, but... Alright, let's all carry on now to my room. It's where my supplies are.
Yes, I'll grab my. I've reverted it back to a cloak, so I'll grab that on the way back from where I left it in Leicester's room.
Okay.
And Maxwell.
Okay. All right, so everybody's going up to Melica's room?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Yeah, you all wander
I
through the
will-
hallways, and yeah, you're in Melica's room.
And I'll immediately grab my my gem inlaid sticks and start casting as a ritual.
Okay.
It takes a minute.
Is that spell
Oh, wait.
prepared?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool.
It says it takes a minute casting time, but as a ritual it just automatically takes 10 minutes, doesn't it?
It's plus 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's 11 total.
Okay.
All right, cool. So you can sump the stones. Okay, or the gem-laid sticks. Sorry.
Yeah, they're driftwood
Right.
that I
okay.
picked up in Buckanunya.
Very cool. All right, so during those 11 minutes, anybody want to do anything?
I'll just grab my my robe of shiftweave from Leicester's room and pet Maxwell. But other than that,
Logan will just get his mandolin from the other room.
Okay.
I'll grab my longsword as well, just in case.
Okay.
Just in case.
Very cool.
So the specific course of action that I'm trying to discern if it's good or bad or ugly or nothing, is staying here for 3 days in Jakob's house.
Give me 1 second. I hate touchpads on the goddamn keyboard.
Oh.
Okay. All right, what were you saying again? I'm sorry, Chey.
I am trying to discern if we stayed at Jakob's house for the 3 days, if it would be good results, bad results, or neither.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm asking Melandra.
Can you ask?
Well, the thing is,
Could
it
you
says.
also-
Hold on, let's see. About the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, so within the next 30 minutes, I think we'll decide to stay here. And then if the result is bad, probably not.
You. Let's see. Wheel for good results, will for bad. Wheel and will for both good and bad. Nothing. Alright, you get nothing.
Well, Melandra doesn't have anything to say on the matter.
Surprise.
Is that because it does not affect her? Or does not affect you?
It does not seem to affect us.
Oh.
Staying here for
Hmm.
3 more days.
All
It
right.
does not have a bad or a good outcome.
Perhaps my word is misplaced. I tend to be cautious.
Well, I cannot blame you for being cautious.
I thought we were getting sold into the pit, so.
Yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
For a little while. And very scary.
I would rather not like to find out what's in the pit. So, I'm sure we would come out of it just fine. Unless there were many, many scorpions, the glowing kind.
Oh no, no, just fine.
We'd be the thing in the pit. They'd have to fear us.
Exactly. That's the way.
I admire your bravery.
No, I wouldn't call it that.
What do you think might happen if we draw the circles and then stand in our respective places?
We won't
think
know
we could-
until we find out.
Do you think we would get transported to the Shadowfell?
It's an interesting proposition.
Very, very interesting. And
Not that it's somewhere I intentionally want to go.
well, if it does happen, we shall not be unprotected. Nathan and I have our gods to protect us, and you are with us.
I have my raccoon.
Yes.
Praise be unto her.
So I guess my ire was misplaced in the staff here, although whatever the servant ran off about was worrying, right? Perhaps we should ready ourselves for that.
No.
Arm in armor?
It happens all the time.
Perhaps we should.
You know, Noble's house.
Oh, all right.
We could always go down and ask if everything's all right.
also getting pretty late. I mean, perhaps we should check to see if everything's all right, and then turn in for the night if there's nothing we can do.
Yes, let's do that. So Logan will head downstairs looking for servants.
Yeah, Nathan and Maxwell will accompany.
I will too.
At this point, I've kind of tied the longsword belt around the shiftweave cloak so that it's somewhat of clothing, something resembling clothing.
Sure. All right, lights are okay. So you going also, or?
Yes.
So,
All right, so everybody's going down. Okay. All right. You'll walk around. It takes a little bit of time. Let's say a solid, 5-10 minutes after, leaving the room. And you do find a servant, walking, just casually. This one's a little bit different. You could tell, it's a little bit more heavy set, a little bit taller than the others that you've been seeing.
Hello, I thought there was a servant ran off recently. Seemed there was some trouble. Something happening, or simply...
A couple of things are being looked at right now, but it's not anything for you to be concerned about. Please enjoy your stay here as our guest.
You wouldn't be willing to part with what is happening, would you?
I am unfortunately not privileged enough to learn of the specifics at this moment.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, not much we can do then.
Yes, relax. Enjoy the evening.
Can I ascertain by her inflection the way she answered that question if she was being truthful or not?
Sure. Let me get an insight check from you, please.
I would also like to
Okay.
try.
Go ahead. Roll up.
Not me. I trust her.
Nobody gets any feeling that she's, being shady or anything.
Okay, well, if it's under control, then let's go to sleep and hopefully have some nice dreams.
I'd rather none.
Yes.
Just to be safe, I'm going to have my sword in my bed with me.
Okay. All right. Is everybody just retiring for the evening?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. You all wake up without incident. Melica, you only need 4 hours of sleep. So, is there anything you want to do throughout the night, or does anybody want to do anything?
I would like to. Well, if I'm the only one with 4 hours, I would like to.
I don't need the full 8, actually. I'm pretty quick. After I do some tinkering in my room, I'd be willing to talk to Melica, see if she was up.
Yes, hello, Nathan. I'm bright and early.
All right, so real quick, hold on. Let's just say everybody gets to bed and settled in by, let's say 9 o'clock in the evening. Actually, no, it'll be a little later because you guys are in the pool for a bit, for an hour or so. All right, so let's say everybody goes to bed around 10:30. So, Melica and Nathan, this will be, I guess, any time after, let's say 3:30 in the morning? 3:30,
Yeah,
4-ish?
I'll probably walk by Nathan's room and see the light on and knock.
Yeah, around 4:30.
Okay.
It would come on.
All right, so Nathan, you'll hear a knock at your door.
I'll come to answer it. I'm already armored. The helmet is pushed over. The hair is kind of pushing out. The scraggly blonde hair is pushing out from underneath the leather and steel helmet. Greetings.
Good morning.
Morning. You're an early riser like myself.
Yes, there's much to do, much to research still. Would you like to accompany me to Yakov's library?
I would love to, absolutely.
Excellent. As I only got a short look at it the first day we were here, but now we have a little more to go on.
Yes, we have some good leads. Threads to pull, like I said.
Excellent. And then I'll head towards his bookshelves, and I would like to start looking for anything on the Shadowfell.
Well, as soon as you enter that lounge, since you're looking directly at the bookshelves, as soon as you enter, you notice there's probably about 30% of the books that have been removed. Like they're gone.
What?
That's quite strange. That I swear there were more books here the other day, and they seem to have been removed.
You don't suppose they were related to
Our discussions?
and to the what happened? Didn't Jacob say that people here tend to forget about where the city came from? Do you think those books dealt with it? I mean, if people forget, they must not be able to read about it again. They must not be able to find out again about what happened about before. They'd have to be erased.
Well, would I remember where I'm from and everything about Okaria?
Yeah. Everybody, as far as you know, everything, whatever memories you can recollect are recollected.
Well, like we said earlier, if we forgot something, we wouldn't remember that we'd forgotten it.
That's the problem.
I'm quite sure I have not forgotten a thing. I know quite well my purpose, and...
No, I'm not saying we've forgotten anything. I'm saying, but Jacob has been here longer. His library has been here longer, and he said that eventually, as far as he had seen, right? This is secondhand. I've never talked to the man. This is what I thought I've heard from you, and from the others, not just.
But what would that have to do with his physical books?
Well, this is what I'm saying. If someone forgets something and there's a book about it, they can reread it, and they'll remember or they'll relearn.
Do you think he called for them in the night?
No, I think they're disappearing. I think if people are forgetting where they're from, if people are forgetting where this city's from, then the books that detail that journey, the books that detail where it was from before, have to go missing. Otherwise, people would read them and remember.
But
It's relearn.
I saw a book in the academy about the Mistwood.
And maybe it's been here. I don't know. Perhaps it takes a couple of weeks, and it was a little bit newer, shipped over from some other library across the seas. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just musing. I'm just nervous. This is.
You do come up with the most wild theories, Nathan, and it is refreshing.
Well, I like to draw lines when I see dots. It was a game when I was a kid, so they're not always correct, and sometimes the image isn't even readable or understandable.
You seem to have some success as a tinkerer, though, so I have to respect that. You can find and draw lines quite well, it seems.
To some extent. Anyways, we should dive into the stacks here. It's best to read rather than wonder.
Sure, yes. Very strange, though. I will...
Yes. Take note of it as well. We should bring it up with the others in the morning.
Absolutely. Anyway, yeah, I'll start looking for books on Shadowfell.
Yeah, I'll look for Fallen Fae.
All right, both of you, let me get investigation checks with disadvantage, please.
Sounds good. Okay. All right.
Ooh.
All right. Okay, yeah, you're looking for those books, and you can't find anything that about any of those subjects.
No luck over here.
Ah, here neither. I wonder if those were all the books that were disappeared mysteriously.
That's also possible.
Let's say you spent a good 20, 30 minutes, doing that, like double checking and,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think once I don't have any luck with that, I'll try to look for any more books on Okaria.
I'll look for Eldritch Lord Zaga.
All right. Well, okay, Nathan, you won't find that.
I've had it figured.
Melica, let me get a regular investigation check.
It's worth a check.
Regular investigation check. Can I, you know what? I'm probably not going to get to use it unless I use it now, so can I use my inspiration?
Sure,
again?
go for it. Yeah. Okay. You do find not like on Okaria in general, but you do find a book that has like some references to the Golden Sands Desert, which is in Okaria. So you can thumb through that, spend some time looking through that if you like.
Golden Sands Desert. Yeah, I will. I'll spend some time looking at that, and I'll also show Nathan. Nathan, look at this. See, there is a book here referencing
right.
Okaria.
At least a part of it. Yes, no, you're right. Is this the same desert you think that was brought here, as the others have said?
I believe that Ibat was part of the Golden Sands Desert.
There's part of me that thinks perhaps the book is only allowed to stay here because it has some relevance still to Ibat. But it does seem to rebut my theory to some extent, which honestly is I would prefer that. I would rather not always be right. It's good to be wrong sometimes, especially about things like that.
Some of your theories are quite frightening, so I can understand that.
I have many of them, that's the thing, so we hope that some of the worst ones are wrong, the better ones are right. It becomes a game of chance at some point. Yes, I'll look over the book if I can try to find more references to Okaria.
All right, so Melica, how much time do you want to spend looking through that book?
I'll spend like half an hour looking through it.
Okay. Nathan, let me get an investigation check from you.
Yeah.
And Melica, as you're reading through it, half an hour is really not too much time. But it just from what you're gathering, it just seems to be a book about like trade between a couple of like the tribes, and a city, called Bear, which is a really big city in that area, and just nothing really significant, just like miscellaneous, just miscellaneous stuff about different trade and like local business and a couple of little customs, things like that.
Okay. It doesn't seem particularly useful.
And Nathan, you don't find anything.
Yeah, I don't think so. But it at least confirms that there's still some references here that...
Well, no, I'm not so sure. They may just refer to the area surrounding Ibat that got transported as the Golden Sands Desert without knowledge of the rest of it.
Do we know what's the other side of the desert that was transported with Ibat? Do we know? Do you know?
I know nothing of the sort.
Interesting question. We're on an island, correct?
It is a quite large island. I'll pull out my map of my Coda map.
Okay.
This is the map I found on the first day here.
Yeah, Nathan or Ian, if you go into the handouts in your journal, there's a thing that says leather map in excellent condition.
Oh,
If you open that up and then you right click and open it in a new tab, you'll be able to like make it bigger. But that's the map that she pulls out.
awesome. Interesting. Oh, okay. This definitely helps. So, the golden parts of the southern side of this map, that is the desert that was transported here then?
Yes, and this is only a small part of this island, and a series of 7 islands, I believe.
Oh, interesting. What's to the northeast of Abat? What's that symbol nestled in the trees? Is that the archway that you were talking of? Right?
Yes, that is the archway.
I see. That's not very close, would it be?
Well, I think it's a few hours journey by foot, but
Yes.
most concerning to me is the journey through the forest. That we have learned that they are quite hazardous to journey through, and perhaps we could use a guide, someone familiar with the
That could be
terrain.
useful. Yes.
Leicester does seem to move quite freely in the area, though.
Perhaps she could guide us then. The other thing I would say is it looks to me as if we could follow the desert, although that may be the only safety provided there may be the fact that we can see our surroundings. We could follow the desert for some time, kind of skirting its outline, and eventually turn in where
There does seem to be a short path
right? Yes.
through the forest to a more rocky area.
Or is it rocky? The pink color, is that rocks or is that a fey touch on the woods?
I think Jacob did say that this was the Fey realm, or something like it here, which
Bleeds
doesn't make much sense.
I believe it's possible realms can converge on each other and touch, perhaps even. I'm just musing, really. It's if such things exist, I mean, I've only theorized, but
Yeah, I'll switch to maps real quick so that way you guys can actually measure things out. But it's like each hex is. Actually, hold on, give me 1 second.
yeah, that was the question. Is it scale on this map?
Oh yeah. Was it like 5 miles or 1 mile or?
It wasn't far. Hold on.
Because it took us 2 days. Well, we had to stay overnight on our journey from Bacanunya to Abat.
Yes. Okay. So then, yeah, we could probably do the journey in a day. I would say we could probably do the journey in a day. Then,
Yeah, if we
I was actually thinking we could go further.
travel along. Oh yes.
If the forest is so deadly, I was thinking skirting
But
the edge.
the desert might be even worse. It's a desert after all.
I know. I know. Yes.
Excuse me.
I think for that information, we should ask around. The servants of the house and locals should be able to tell us which is safer. At least that sort of thing should be somewhat easily found, I would imagine. And you feel like there's something in the desert, keeping it a desert. Or perhaps it's in the city. What's at the center of this city?
That is a temple at which no one may enter or leave.
That is extraordinarily ominous.
It certainly is, but I tend to try to respect other religions and houses of worship, even if they do not align with my own.
But if no one can enter nor leave, then either everyone inside has died off, or there is a select few that cannot enter nor leave that exists for some small period of time until they die off, or they exist ad infinitum by expanding their lives, or there's some inbred that you see.
It is said
Pretty
that
odd.
there is a rumor that a great being lives inside of it, and it is preserved by the Church of the Witherer. If that can give you an idea of what kind of great being it could be.
Have I heard of that?
Let me get a religion check with disadvantage, please.
Yeah. I don't think I've heard of it. No.
Well, I can tell you a bit of what I know.
Sure.
The Witherer is a god of death and graves, I believe. And
No less ominous.
yes, this religion has resurfaced only 3 years after the siege on my city of Pallius.
What siege is this? I'm sorry if it's well known. I was raised in a temple. I was not allowed much access to outside knowledge.
Well, it is quite well known, but I suppose if you were sheltered in the temple, I understand it. Orcs came in and overran Pallius, which was once a great city, a grand city. Maybe the height of civilization in Ocaria. It was a war that I fought in and lost in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sure. Because you lost.
It's okay. Many friends, and yes, I lost many people, but that is neither here nor there. It is gone, and perhaps one day it will rise again, but nonetheless, many dark gods have arisen in recent years, and it seems the Witherer is one of them.
And this temple is permitted by the city's government?
I'm not sure the city's government quite exists.
Oh.
What we learned was, well, there seemed to be various factions, and so there's the Academy, which does not get along with the Witherer Temple, and yeah, I'm not really sure who runs the thing. No one really does, I guess.
Interesting.
Seems to be more a trade city than anything else, but we could find out more, and perhaps maybe we should... I'm sorry?
Are there city guard? Is there anyone who keeps the peace?
There are guards, yes.
Well, someone must pay them.
I would think so.
Usually that is done. I mean, like I said, I was raised in a temple, but I was given books and the like. So usually, it'd be raised from taxes or from. This is interesting. This is.
Yeah, so far what I've learned about this strange land is each city seems to be run mostly by a religious faction. Bacanunya was a serpent goddess that was worshipped, Ushra. And it just came to me, yes. And And this one seems to be the Temple of the Witherer. Holds sway.
Witherer.
I don't like that.
Okay, real quick, just because there are like 5 people playing.
That's probably getting close to where everyone else picks up.
Yeah, so let's
Sorry,
just say
everybody.
no, it's all good. It's all good.
Huh?
I love role playing and stuff. But let's just say you spend the next couple of hours just talking and looking through the books that you did find, about the trade stuff and whatnot, and then eventually the rest of the people will wake up. So Alcaeus, you wake up feeling fully rested and nice and good. Leicester same, Logan same. And what would you all like to do?
I think we should inquire. I think this arch is not a bad place to start. I'll say as we kind of gather for breakfast. Maybe investigating best ways to get there, the desert versus forest, and inquiring with locals is a good place to start for the day.
I agree.
Yeah, I would like to find out more about where these crabs are.
Perhaps a local hunter or something. They would maybe know both how dangerous the desert and forest were and where we could find these crabs for you.
Yeah, I have a feeling, being a military man myself, that getting appropriate armor for the future would be quite beneficial to us as a whole.
Well, I agree.
When I come downstairs, do I also notice the missing books?
Yeah, it's obvious.
Okay. Melica, what happened to all the books that were here before? It looks very different.
I'm not sure at all. I noticed it instantly this morning.
I was hoping to peruse some of the volumes here. Do you think the servants removed some of the books?
It might
It
have
would
to do
seem
with
that way.
whatever was happening last night.
It might.
Are there any servants around?
Just as you say that, you hear a knock, on the lounge door, and it opens, and the main servant lady. Hey, good morning, all. Breakfast will be served. I do not mean to rush all of you, but the headmistress of the academy requests your immediate audience. So please eat up, well, and then head out to there at your earliest convenience. The carriage is waiting outside for you.
Oh, yes. I'll head to the carriage immediately.
Oh no,
My lady.
eat first. Eat.
May I ask you a question, just quickly?
Yes, of course.
I was hoping to look at a few of Master Faroud's books, and I noticed a large number of them are gone. Did you and your fellow servants move the books elsewhere?
Yes. Last evening or last night, there were a couple of the books that were requested by the head mistress, so we had retrieved them for her.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh.
Well, perhaps it has something to do with what we'll be meeting her about.
I have no idea. I was not given that information. Only that they would like to speak with you.
Okay. I would like to leave a short letter for your master, so when he comes back, perhaps you could give it to him for us?
Yes, of course.
All right. So I'll head to the table for breakfast, and then I'll start writing out with some ink and my paper.
Okay.
The first thing I'm going to write out, though, is a basic journal of who I am, where I'm from, and what's happened since we got to this island.
Okay.
So I can keep that for a record in a separate scroll case.
Sure.
And then I'll write a letter to Mr. Faroud, letting him know what we discovered at the academy, and that we're going to speak with Beeman Hawkins about it further. And if he might know anything about the various details, we would like to speak to him later.
Okay.
And if if he's looking for us, we'll try to come back to his apartment, or we'll be at one of the local taverns nearby.
Very cool. Anybody else want to do anything in particular, or is it just gonna eat?
Just eat.
A little bit of a workout.
I'll write myself a similar journal entry. Nothing to just a couple of notes to myself about who I am, where I'm from.
Sure. Just make a note on your character sheets. Like in the second sheet where it says like special information or treasure or whatever, special treasures. And, yeah, just go ahead and put that there and describe what you have.
I'll do the same thing.
Okay.
If I may.
Yeah, sure. All right, Landon, are you here?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right. Tyler, doing anything special?
Yeah, I already said what I was doing. Wanted to do this.
Working out.
Yeah.
School.
Did you say working?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Baby tried imitating him.
Excuse me. All right, cool.
I've been slacking.
I
I need to get my workout in.
All right, so everybody goes and does whatever they're doing for the morning. Who's gonna eat?
Me.
Yes.
Yes, I'll eat.
Yes.
I'll take a few things. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. All right. After eating, taking a few things, whatever, then you all go out to the carriage, and it's the same carriage that everybody got in originally, except for Nathan. So, what you see outside is a very beautiful, ornate wooden carriage that is drawn by a brownish scorpion, brownish like giant scorpion. The pincers are they both have like metal bands around them, like preventing them from opening, and the stinger, it seems to have like a maybe like a hard leather sheath or something covering it, that would prevent it from being able to inject venom or whatever. And as the door opens, a carpet kind of rolls out, so it looks like a little bit of like a slide kind of deal, and then after a brief moment it kind of gets like rigid and turns into steps. And who's in first?
Certainly not me.
I'll go first.
All right, what's on second? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so everybody gets inside. And
waiting for a fight to happen.
yeah, so everybody gets inside, and when you get inside, Nathan, on the inside of this carriage, which would have seemed like it's way too small to fit everybody with the gear and the animals, it's much larger inside, and it's like a really nice plush, kind of like lounge kind of area, definitely magical.
Logan's getting a drink at the bar.
Yeah, there's alcohol and
Or
all kinds of stuff. Yeah. I mean, there are no servants or anything in here, but there are, different things.
You see me
this
shaking.
is what I'm talking about. There's no way a man would just give this up to 5 strangers for free. We are vagrants. All right? There is no reason he should be giving us this sort of carriage for. He is a hag. I am. This is.
Right. And as Nathan is, going on his rant. What'd you say, Tyler? I'm sorry.
I said I am nobility. I don't think a vagrant. Thank you very much.
I'm a veteran. I'd say that's more than a
Leicester's
vagrant.
been nodding.
So a slight jolt is felt, as the carriage starts moving, and you can hear the, as this giant scorpion, the feet or whatever are hitting the ground. And after, I don't know, let's say 15 minutes or so, you all wind up at the front of the academy. Oops.
In the pit.
I'd say that's a success.
Logan puts his martini glass back up on the bar and exits the carriage.
All of you just accepted this. This can't be right. I'll exit the carriage as I'm still like ranting.
I feel so validated. That was me the first time this happened.
Yeah, and
Not
it's,
Lester, but me.
It's pretty early out. There are people walking in and out of the academy, and they're all dressed in, different colored robes and whatnot. And you're all going to go inside?
Yes.
At once.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way, since I knew we were going to meet this person,
Mhm.
Logan dressed in his fine clothing.
Oh, very cool. All right, looking all dapper.
I'll pull my shift weave to once again reveal the same kind of sapphire blue outfit that covers most of my body, like similar to the ones that actually the people here wear, kind of a full, almost like Muslim sort of garb.
Sure.
Um,
Okay.
I'm wearing my armor normal.
Yeah, Leicester's in his same ratty.
All right, cool. All right, you'll go inside, and the older gnomish woman, is there on the other side of the counter. Oh, good morning to you. Welcome back. Yes. The headmistress. I'm assuming you're here to see her. She's waiting for you. All right,
Yes,
excellent,
Charlie.
excellent.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Yes. Please come on in, and someone will take you there shortly. She kind of like lifts her fingers real quick, and the turnstile kind of like folds up, so that you can walk through without it like clicking. Oh, excuse me. All right, you all go inside.
Oh, we're getting the VIP treatment.
mhm.
Yep.
All right, cool. Eventually, a young human woman, maybe 16ish, fair skin, curly blonde hair, short shoulder length. She's wearing a soft pink robe, and she's just like everybody can hear in their head, a soft feminine voice. Please follow me. And she starts walking off.
I follow.
Hello. Yeah.
Follow?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. She kind of leads you through a couple of the aisles, and then there is like a big wall of books that she walks right in front of. You see her quickly consume the immediate area in magical darkness, and then everybody hears like a quick a shh, and then it fades away, and it reveals a hallway, and she just kind of looks, and kind of gestures for everyone to walk inside.
I would follow a
Yeah.
bit cautiously.
Okay. There's a hallway. It doesn't seem. It seems like maybe only 30 or 40 feet long. There are sconces that are lit with a pink flame on either side, and there is a doorway at the end. So it's not far. But as you all enter, the wall closes behind you. And she's not with you. And okay, what would you like to do now?
She's not there. What's there?
No, it just closes
open
behind
the
you.
door.
It's just a solid wall.
Just open the door at the end of the hallway, then, right?
Yeah.
All right, you'll start walking down the hallway, and it seems like every time you get within 10 or 15 feet of the door, it goes back further, and it's like this hallway starts extending longer and longer and longer and longer.
Have we been trapped? I think, unfortunately.
So we can't see, the walls around us have been shrouded, or I'm sorry, the darkness.
No. There are sconces that are lit with a pink flame in this hallway, and it just
Okay.
seems like as you try and get closer to the door, it kind of just slowly pushes back.
Can
And go ahead.
Can I count the sconces to see if more sconces are made as the hallway is extended, or if the hallway is or if it's some sort of illusory more type of thing?
Let me get. Okay, well, no. Okay, as you're walking, the sconces definitely move as you pass them. And then the hallway, as you look back now, it seems like maybe it's 100 feet long or so. And then
Oh,
eventually, eventually as you keep walking, the door stays still. So who's going to be in the front?
I would like to be in the front with Maxwell.
I'll
Okay.
be up there as well.
It's a thin hallway, maybe 5 feet wide at the most.
Yeah.
All right.
He's second then, or third, depending on where the dog is.
No,
I'll
you can
take
be,
up the
You can
rear.
be second. Maxwell can be third.
All
All right,
right.
so Nathan, you're right in front of the door.
Yep. I'll open it if I can.
You go to reach for the doorknob, and just before you touch it, you hear a quick twist and a click, and it goes inside, revealing this beautiful little chamber, probably 30 feet in diameter, very tall, there, and it seems to be like there's a big desk, and there's a very an old looking elf. All right, so like elves for the most part, they don't like really physically age too much, but this elf looks old. Melica, she probably looks to be over 1,000, like over 1,000 years old. Just based on her features and stuff like that. To everybody else, she kind of
1,000?
over 1,000. Yeah.
Okay.
And behind her is this really tall series of like panes, window panes that just like are kind of lit from the outside. You can't see through them, but it just looks like there's some kind of light coming from the outside, and it kind of forms like a really tall arch. Maybe, so it's a bunch of panes that are like kind of tall and thin, and they collectively form like a big like an arch, not an arch, almost like I'm brain farting. It's like tall, and then it comes to a point at the top. I can't think of the word for that right now.
A Gothic arch.
There we go.
Try.
That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work. Yeah. And then there are books everywhere. On every other piece of the wall. That's completely surrounding.
Can we see out through the glass?
No,
Like
no,
what-
you cannot. It just looks
Oh,
like there's some
okay.
kind of like illumination coming from the outside of it.
Okay.
I'll immediately just like take a knee and bow my head to her.
Please rise, my child. There's no sense in formalities. Please come in. We have dire news to speak of. She quickly
Yes.
like snaps some fingers, and a bunch of chairs start appearing. Like just pop, 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 pop.
I'll take a seat.
Same.
Same as Logan.
What do you know? What have you? What is this dire news? What do you know?
Well, Master Farud has gone missing.
Oh, gods.
I received a message from him last evening that they are out in the shifting sands to the south of the city. They went out looking to research a ruin site that appeared in the desert. And while inside some area, they were attacked. Everyone who was with him has been fallen, except for him, and he is being held captive.
By who?
We are not sure. The message
How do
was
you know?
short, only 25 words.
Uh-oh. So,
I have tried to communicate with him since, and I have not been able to.
do you even know he's alive still?
Well, according to his last message, yes. But who knows? Every second is going to be precious. Now, with that being said, he spoke very highly of you, being that you're all from the same world that he came from. Okaria is the name? Is that correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
very well. He does some very special work for us here at the Academy. And he went out on this expedition to acquire an item that I am not at liberty to discuss with you at this moment. I hope you understand. However, we would like to know if you would be interested in trying to have him come back with you. Go back there and rescue him. It would be a good chance for you to earn a good favor with people within this town, in addition to receive a reward for your efforts.
So I would personally, not speaking for the rest of them, I would be interested in this. I've been wanting to speak with a man. And I'll look to the rest of the group.
Are there any iridescent crabs on the way?
Iridescent crabs. I do not believe the temperature of the deserts would be suitable for that type of animal to survive. Something like that is going to be better sought out inside the actual jungles.
All right.
I think my friend is trying to say that he is concerned about the state of his armor. If we are to go on this expedition, and if we are to succeed, we might need some fresh equipment.
That is completely understandable. Here at the Academy, we do have several items that we could perhaps loan to you, and we can take
And
it
if
from
there
there.
is a reward for rescuing Farud, perhaps we could use our reward to purchase some suitable armor for this environment.
The way that the rewards work, it's usually in exchange for something that is already done. I do not
Oh,
mind.
certainly.
I do not mind, loaning some items if needed, for your safety, and I do not have a problem.
Oh, my
with
lady,
that.
it would be much appreciated.
Yes, what is the reward as well?
I'm sorry. Say that again. My hearing is not what it used to be.
The reward. What is it?
Well, it depends. I mean, what it is that you seek. Some people, like items. Some people like coin. Some people like, different kinds of things.
What about returning to our homeworld?
Returning to your homeworld of Alcaria. Well, unfortunately, that is something that I do not know how to do.
Not what all of us seek either.
Would it be possible, milady, to get your name?
Oh, I am the headmistress Beeman Hawkins.
You're the illustrious Beeman Hawkins. It's good to meet you.
Yes, well met.
My name is Logan.
I know who all of you are.
So I assume you received our message from the other day.
Yes, I did. In addition to, Master Farud speaking highly of you prior to his departure.
He has been a gracious host to us, and I would not like to speak for all of my companions, but I would like to do anything we can to aid in his rescue.
Yes, Logan, Leicester, Alcaeus, how do you feel about the matter?
Oh, I'm gonna go rescue him. No problem. Should be easy.
All right, good. Leicester, okay.
I would not leave poor Jakob out in the desert. I am definitely for trying to assist him however we can.
Very well. Is there some expedited way we could get there? Some mount we could borrow or rent?
Yes. We could provide scorpions if you like.
No,
really...
no, thank you.
No, I would
Anything
rather
else?
that walk. No, I listen. I'm not one for scorpions either, and I was actually immediately going to remark that I would rather not. But if there's no other way in the desert, do you have camels?
Well, yes. I mean, we do have camels here. We do have choconos. We have several options. The reason why we tend to go with the scorpions is because they are the most hearty for that type of environment.
Well, it does sound like a good idea when you put it like that.
Choconos would do nicely.
What is that?
The only problem with the choconos is that they are not very strong, and carrying the water that they need may provide issues that have been unforeseen.
I'm sorry. What's a chocono?
A chocono is it's like a giant bird with many colors.
Chicken, like.
Yes.
Oh.
They're like an ostrich, but a little more Final Fantasy VII-ish.
Would you have any dewbacks?
Any dewbacks? No. Lucas, no, I want to avoid that one.
Is there perhaps a guide who is familiar with the desert?
Well, the thing is, the other guides that we have sent out already, we have already sent out 2 expeditions. So there will be others out there, and we do not have any other guides that we can afford for this at this time. However, we do have a rough idea of his location, and upon acceptance of this journey, this job, whatever you like to call it.
Can we call it a
quest.
quest?
We
I was
can
about
call
to
a
say
quest. A quest.
seems
Yes,
the most
yes,
fitting.
yes. Upon the acceptance of
Such an
this
appropriate word.
of this quest, we can provide a means to help you get closer to where we believe he may be.
Wonderful.
But the problem is with the desert that came over from Ocaria.
Okay.
You know, the problem is that
Okay.
these rune sites have a tendency to only stay in place for a certain amount of time before completely disappearing and possibly going to a random place, or we're not sure.
So you remember Okaria? Let's just circle back around to that. You know how the city got here?
Do I know how to say it? Well, yes, it came from Ocaria.
Okay, good to know. All right.
So
Sorry.
it seems as if we could discuss all of this later on once we rescue Farood. It seems to be a
You're
quite
probably right,
urgent
I'm sorry.
matter.
I was just getting distracted.
Yes, since time is a factor, I suppose we'll have to ask him many questions later, given the nature of the shifting sands.
These
Agreed.
rune sites, they disappear.
I'm sorry, say it again.
The rune sites, they disappear. They
Yes.
are gone quickly.
Yes. It's completely random from our understanding. The we call them the shifting sands, and they provide very interesting adventures at times. But again, it's very dangerous because they do tend to relocate after an unknown amount of time to an unknown location.
And they've never appeared in the jungles.
Not that I'm aware of. No.
All right, thank you.
Yes, you weren't here for it before, Nathan, but Jacob shared with us some of his adventures in the shifting sands, and sometimes people get lost in the desert for large amounts of time just because things randomly move and move people with them.
Well, then yes, we should set out immediately. I'm sorry for the delays I've made already, but
I want you to understand everything, though, before going
Thank
into it, Nathan. This is a big risk we're taking. We could be
Hmm.
lost out there for a very long time if this doesn't work out.
Quite
I'll be
possibly
all right.
permanently.
I'm more worried about the rest of you. I'll be all right. I'll find my way. I've survived quite a bit, and I'm rather good at it, surviving.
Logan smirks and just shrugs his shoulders. Very well, then. Would you, Miss Hawkins, have any bags of holding I could borrow?
Yes, actually, we do have an artificer here that can create one for you.
And perhaps any decanters of like never-ending water.
No, unfortunately, that would be quite the item to possess in the desert.
Well, that is
actually.
not something you need when you're with me.
Oh, that's
This
right.
is
You
true.
can
Melandra
pray for that, can't you?
I can.
Melandra will provide sustenance upon request.
At some point, I could maybe even make a jug to produce water for us, but we'd likely have to choose between that and the bag of holding. But we'll get to that eventually.
Would you have any magic tents we can stay in while we're out there?
Oh God, that would be useful.
Tense. Can any of you read arcane scrolls?
I believe I'm capable.
I could probably grab a couple of tiny hut scrolls from our reserves, assuming one of you are capable of casting.
I don't know. Can bards do that?
I don't know if I can do that.
Let's see, reading a
I think it's a
scroll.
bit beyond our level.
No. Tiny hut's second level spell.
Oh well,
Yeah.
it's a bit beyond. I think, Logan, you might be able to cast it. I think technically bards are arcane casters as well, but it is a bit beyond my capabilities.
Okay, hold on. Let me check this out real quick.
I don't know if like in 5e is all spell casting the same.
I don't know. When I am the overlord of gods, I will think a certain way.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, let's look it up. I'm just checking out spell scrolls now.
I actually don't know.
I think you should be able to, but let me make sure.
I mean, Logan is has second level spell slots, and bards are arcane casters, so he can definitely do it.
Is that okay? So let's see. So tiny hut.
Artificers at my level don't have a second level spell slot, so I would have to roll to cast it.
Right.
But
That's
I'm
just
not-
an arcane or something. Hold on, somebody.
I'm like 90% sure bards are arcane.
Bardic versatility.
I just accidentally clicked that.
Oh, okay. My
I think most
computer's
everyone needs a
acting
spellcasting
very slow.
focus.
Tyler, do you know how this works offhand?
If it's on your spell list, you can cast it.
It is, right? Okay, cool. And if it's above your spell level,
Okay, yeah,
you just
cool.
got to make a check. But it's a really okay, cool. Thank you.
So I could take it, but I would have to make a check to use it, I think.
Okay, so DC is 10 plus the spell level, so it's only going to be a DC of 12.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to make that check like 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, you guys should be all right.
Using your spellcasting modifier?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Melica should be able to cast it. Oh, no, well,
Yeah.
it's on...
Well, my spellcasting modifier...
Well, no, but the
It's
problem
pretty
is I don't think Tiny Hut is a cleric spell.
Oh.
I was about to say, let me look up.
So Logan
Yeah.
should have access. I believe Nathan might.
I'm looking it up right now. It's a bard and wizard spell.
So Bardo. Okay, so Logan.
Oh, okay.
So Nathan, or not Nathan, Logan can take it.
Thank you, Miss Hawkins.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
I forgot to re-prepare my spells this morning. Can I do that?
You can do that. Yeah, you just gotta pray. It's like 1 minute per spell level that you're switching out or whatever. It's pretty quick.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
going to do that as well, but I have already.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that before we go out to the desert, is
Sure.
to prepare the spells I'll need.
That's cool.
I did that as part of my my morning wake up because it's only.
I usually do it as part of my morning ritual, but
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, I understand.
All right. Is there any other type of equipment that you feel you may need?
Do you have any armor that may be more suitable to the desert? This chainmail might be a little hot.
Or something to keep.
Unfortunately, I mean, we do have our artificer. I can see what they have crafted. However, the heavier armors are not really something that we focus on too much. I hope you can understand. Let's see.
Yes, so we could use some poison antidotes.
I was just thinking that, Logan.
Okay, very well. All right, so tiny hut scrolls, antidotes, some kind of armor for the night. What else are we looking at?
And a few bags of holding.
I don't know if I can produce a few, and the one that I can guarantee it will
If
not
we
be
could have a
permanent
large vessel so that I may conjure water into it. I just need a large one, empty even. It would be excellent.
How large are we talking?
Let me see. I can
We have iron
make,
pots.
I can
Look.
create up to 10 gallons.
10 gallons. That's not a very large space. That's maybe like just over 2 cubic feet or so. Yes, we can provide like barrels.
That would be excellent. That
Yeah,
should be it.
Yeah, so, okay, so let's see. There are 5 of you and 2 animals. So how about we can provide you with 5 scorpions, right? Each will be outfitted with their special saddles and packs, tents, bedrolls, gallon, drums for water and food, the antidotes, the tiny hut scrolls. Going to see what I can do for some kind of armor, the bag of holding. What else? Anything else?
I don't know what to ask for.
Maybe about 15 crossbow bolts.
Crossbow bolts and arrows we can provide. That is not a problem.
Okay. I think I'm fine then.
Okay. All right, Tyler. Let me get a D. Well, a percentile, 25%. So let me get a D4. If you roll a 1, they'll be able to give you some kind of armor.
Oh, and could we then also get unfettered access to the library whenever we want it?
I was unfettered. We will this unfettered is well. Let's talk more when you get back.
I was going to say yes, perhaps as part of the reward.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Yeah. So no armor.
You know that premium membership I heard about?
You ought to slide one. You are. I remember when I was as young as you. And okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna type this up real quick. So each person is gonna have a giant scorpion. All right. Each person has giant.
You can see like Logan grimace when that was said aloud.
Yeah, Lester rubs the place he was stabbed and
Giant
nearly died.
scorpion with exotic saddles and gear for desert. Each person is going to have 2 antidotes.
A full set of armor for baby.
Okay, so wait. What else was there? Oh, the tiny hut. Okay.
A tiny warhammer for baby.
Tiny warhammer. A little axe.
Yes.
So what else was it?
Some barding for baby.
No barding. The scorpions don't even have barding. Okay, so scorpions with the exotic saddles and gear for the desert. 2 antidotes per person. What else was it? Tiny hut scrolls.
I don't think there's anything else.
That was it, right? Tiny hut scrolls.
Just the barrels for water, but that's included on the
Yeah, that's on there.
scorpions. Okay. Maybe some healing potions, just in case.
Oh,
Okay.
Ooh, this is smart.
Possible.
Smart.
Cool.
It's a good idea. Yes, good idea, Melica.
Pretty please.
Okay, so healing potion.
Yes, baby needs a potion. Only half a joke, that one.
I feel so compelled to feed baby all of my scraps. It just seems like what I should do.
Yeah, baby looks into your soul with her little beady raccoon eyes. Like, yes, you're right.
All right, so everybody's gonna get the gear that I listed. And these scorpions are well trained. So it'll just be like a regular animal handling check. To do anything like kind of crazy with them, just being able to guide them and whatever is not going to require any checks at all. So but no disadvantage on any checks regarding these animals, so just keep a note of that. All right, so tiny hut scrolls, you're going to be given 3 tiny hut scrolls, Logan. All right, you'll be handed the bag of holding,
Okay.
which is an infused bag of holding, so it's not a permanent one, or it's permanent until unpermanent.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I could do, but he did it faster.
Melica, you are handed a remove curse scroll.
Okay. That's
Cool.
good.
Let's see. What else? Anything else? Anybody else can think of? Oh, you're each given, a quiver of bolts and arrows, for your respective ranged weapons if you need it.
Oh. I'm rich in arrows. It's happened.
Anything else that anybody can think of?
Unless they
No.
have anything for me.
Say again?
Unless they have anything for me. Anything at all. I'm begging.
You gotta ask for
You
something.
get these
That's
ruby
all.
red slippers,
Yes, it is.
and you get to go home. In a giant hot air balloon.
I don't know.
Maybe
Name.
See
Can
if
you
they have
think of
any
anything?
magic weapons or something.
Don't need magic weapons.
Oh, well, big tough guy here.
Eric, has my infused longsword degraded at all
No,
in a couple
no,
days? Okay.
it's fine.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. Good to know.
Could you perhaps put like a, fire
I
resistant
couldn't.
thing on my armor?
I couldn't
Fire
fuse your
resistance
armor.
for heat. Okay, hold on one
It's.
second.
We're trying to squeeze everything we can out of this.
I'll discuss with you later, Alcaeus, about the
How many tiny hut scrolls was I given?
3.
three.
Okay, so that's only like 3 uses.
Correct.
Yeah, it's three nights. Still pretty good, in my opinion.
Let's look through the items.
3 nights we probably don't have to worry about watch.
Can I copy a scroll onto my own paper?
That would be the smartest thing.
You could. You have to buy the ink and the stuff like that.
Well, I have that stuff.
You already have it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, it just takes some time, and it'll just burn up one of the scrolls when you copy it.
Oh, well, then what's the point, right?
Well, you'll have it in your book permanently. Oh, wait. You don't have a spell book. No.
No, that's why I'm saying, can I, like,
Yeah, you're
copy a scroll and create an extra scroll?
Illegal CD it.
Oh, and you could, with some downtime or whatever.
It's more my line.
There's some rules for, like, creating scrolls. It would, I think, take you a couple of weeks.
Okay.
I think it's more what I would do, but...
Let's see. I'll tell you what, Alcaeus. They'll give you a +1 shield. I don't want a shield.
After I got this one already.
But it doesn't have the emblem on it, though. See, that's the problem. Yeah.
I know I'm gonna have to go get it. I know.
Okay, so I can put an image on the shield. It's not the same as a holy symbol, or exactly, but...
More than a... No, I'm fine.
Are you sure? It
I
takes
don't think
nothing
I
for me.
did anything. No.
No, but it takes nothing for me to add a simple symbol.
It's not a simple symbol. It's the.
I know. No, I'm sorry. I did not mean to demean your god. I'm
It's not a god. It's my house.
Never mind. No, I'm sorry. I will. If you wish for it to be added to the shield, let me know. Otherwise, we'll shut up.
Okay, so if there's nothing else, like she doesn't give you all the stuff right now, just all discussing. So if there's nothing else, we'll have you sent off within the next half an hour or so. Is that okay?
Wonderful.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, excellent. There's an excellent vendor outside that sells the best falafel. If you'd like, just go ahead and tell them that the head mistress sent you there, and you will get a free meal. And then after that, please come around to the back of the academy, and we'll have you pick up everything that you're looking for.
Yes, we had that falafel yesterday, so definitely.
It was the world's best.
Right. Definitely excited to have some more. And we will meet you later.
Okay, great. We shall see you shortly. Thank you so much for this. This means a lot to us. And that's it. Alright, you wanna leave?
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, so the door opens and it just puts you right out into the library. There's no hallway.
Interesting.
I wonder if she has a spider.
What?
Oh.
What are you talking about? Spider? Don't know.
That spider she saw earlier.
I don't think I was there for that discussion.
Uh,
Sorry.
Oh, Leicester saw a spider in the library while we were researching.
There's bound to be many spiders.
It seemed to be watching us, though, and it was... What, was it pink?
It was pink and as large as your hand.
Oh, that's different. That's different from a spider. Okay, all right, okay.
maybe it belonged to that young lady with the curly hair and the pink outfit.
pink, yes, the pink woman who spoke telepathically,
Yes.
or perhaps
Good.
the fake fighter.
Did you notice that the torches were also pink flames?
I did notice that. There was definitely a motif of pink in that woman's.
Yes, it seemed like a thing.
I'm not going to disparage. I like the color, but big spider on top of that definitely does not seem to be a coincidence. I think Leicester may have found her early scout.
Do you think it was some sort of fey spider or a familiar?
Either,
Or both?
I think both. Well, I believe the spell, the familiar spell, the one that allows you to summon such a thing, it's not actually an animal you summon. It's more of a magical construct that takes the semblance of an animal.
Oh,
You
interesting.
all know that she was probably over 1,000 years old, right?
Miss Hawkins?
Yes.
She did not look a day above a human's age, right?
Well, she is an elf. So who knows what kind of magics she possesses? It's something
I guess
far beyond our abilities.
she was an elf. She is an elf. You're right. I guess she could be that old. I've never met anyone near that age.
Nor have
Well,
I.
Nor have I.
Well, I think this mission that we're on is important. And if she's the one who sent us, yes, we should look for Nicole again. We should just hope we find him before he's dead.
I suppose we should feel lucky that we got a chance to see her at all. If someone that old and that powerful, someone that old with that level of power would probably be hard to see under any other circumstance.
Other than dire
Seems
ones.
it seems an odd coincidence. We asked for her presence a day before Nicole goes missing, requiring our presence as his associates.
I think it is worth taking her up on the offer of this job, not only to save Jakob and but possibly she could have some great knowledge to bestow upon us.
Right. Even if we didn't want to do it out of the kindness of our hearts, we have the motivation to do it if we have any hope of finding out more information and being able to return back to Okaria.
Oh, I agree. I just say that we should be wary. We may be walking into a trap, or at least into a situation where we are not the dominant force, but we are.
Well, it does seem dangerous.
Yes.
Let's either walk into a trap or walk aimlessly about this island and get attacked by giant scorpions.
No, I agree. We should walk. I'm not saying we should do anything, but I just be mindful of that we are setting off the trap. Be aware.
Yes,
That's all I'm saying.
I'm quite aware of that.
It is the right direction, but it is, in fact, perhaps the only direction. But I would just beg us to be aware that we are walking into something dangerous and unknown.
Definitely noted.
And to keep our wits about us the entire time.
Agreed.
Always to be trusted, and I would insist Jakob is among that. And yes. I'm simply worried, cautious. Maybe perhaps overly so. And I will admit.
Alright, so you guys are chilling in the library? You gonna go outside? What are you doing?
Yeah, let's go get some falafel.
I assume that we're on our way outside to get waffle.
Alright, cool. Yeah, you go outside and, you see the guy, in his cart or whatever, and he, hey, good morning to you. I see you like my food.
Yes.
Definitely. Best falafel in town.
That's what the headmistress said, at least, and she sent us here, and I'll wink.
Alright, very well. Special falafel for you. And, they start, putting the food together, and, it seems like it's made with some extra care, and no worry about the price, obviously she's on the coast. And then, Yeah, so you guys gonna eat and do whatever, and as you start walking like towards the back, you could see Shamali, and he's there, kind of like calling out orders to other people who are saddling up the scorpions and getting everything packed up and stuff like
Right.
that or whatever. And he sees you coming over and kind of gives a little scoff or whatever. He's like,
Somali, buddy.
yes, do me a favor, try and bring my animals back, okay?
Of course, definitely.
Well, we're on business from the head of the conjuration school, so we'll have to be quick with our business. The life of your animals is a little bit second, isn't it, Shamali? Now I don't know.
He seems very unhappy with the words that are coming out of your mouth, and he's there. You could tell that he's kind of doing this reluctantly, but he's doing it, but he's doing it. And all the gear and everything is already outfitted, and
I'm gonna choose like the smallest of the scorpions, the most meekest looking one.
okay, all right, cool. That's fine. That's fine. And the girl with the pink robes, and the short blonde curly hair, she comes over, and you can hear in your heads or whatever, good luck to you. Be safe out there. Keep your wits about you. And then a little pink spectral hand appears, and she hands it this little a little sphere. It's like a little 2-inch light blue sphere, and it floats over, and she gives it to Alcaeus. And
Oh, for me.
when you focus on this will be able to give you the location that we last received from Master Fruit.
All right. I focus on it. Okay.
Logan's gonna elbow Melica and go, ask her about the spider.
I was actually about to say, excuse me, you wouldn't happen to have a spider with you, would you?
I have no idea what you are speaking of. Good luck to you all. And then she starts walking away.
Actually, at Lester, and then to Melica, and then to
Yeah. What did she look like she was being honest?
Yeah, can I-
Let me get whoever wants to. Let me get some inside checks.
I don't trust that shit. Oh, it's a disadvantage, but you can take the first one if you want.
Okay.
They're pretty close.
Anybody else roll it?
Dad?
Oh,
Who made that sound?
the trumpet sound.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Landon, all right.
Of course.
Tyler, you rolled it or no?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Give me
rolled
1
one.
second.
Too distracted by the giant scorpions. No thought, only scorpion.
We're all desperate to know about this pink spider.
It's just so out of place.
I'm just curious if she was spying on us
It's
or
too
something.
much of a coincidence, all the pink.
There's so much pink. I'm not against pink. I
No.
like pink. But, yeah, coincidence.
Can somebody tell me what I rolled? I don't see it yet.
I rolled.
No, can
I
somebody tell
did.
me what I rolled?
I will.
I haven't
You rolled?
seen you
I
roll.
don't see
Oh,
your
it didn't
roll.
come up yet?
there- 28.
Oh, I
okay.
see. You rolled a
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, natural 20. No, she's telling the truth. Everything's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Gucci.
Yeah, she's
Dang
good.
it.
She's good. She don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't think that was her.
Well,
Coincidence.
theory dispelled. Another theory dispelled. It's okay.
Maybe I did the spider. My eyes are pink.
I rolled the only natural 20 for today. Woohoo!
That's true.
Bunch of natural ones though. Holy shit.
Oh, I wrote
Oh,
so
I'll do
many. I
multiple.
wrote so many.
Yeah. All right. So, what are you all doing?
Getting on
And
the
on the-
scorpions.
Yeah, I'll
Picking
get
a
on the-
scorpion.
I think the
Okay.
second biggest one. I think Alcaeus should take the biggest scorpion.
Yeah.
And I'll take the second biggest.
Well,
Yeah, all of the scorpions, as you go to approach them, to mount them, they all just like kind of fold their legs underneath their bodies and lay flat on the ground. So it's very easy to step, to like climb into the saddles. And then once everybody's up, they kind of spring up real quick, and they kind of like shift around for a little bit. There are no reins or anything on this. There is a horn, a saddle horn, to hold on, or like maybe a little ring or something that's there if you need to hold on. There are some saddlebags to the side. Oh wait, the bag of holding. I told you about that. Okay, yeah. So you got Logan. Just make a note that this is an infused bag of holding. This is not a permanent item.
Okay.
And
Shamali, are there any command words that we need to know for controlling these scorpions?
they're as simple as a horse. You'll figure it out. And then it's like he smacks the one you're riding on its ass, and it kind of jumps and does that real quick, and he just kind of chuckles.
Whoa.
Yeah, he just kind of chuckles a little bit, and it's like you guys can all start like walking out or whatever the city, but yeah, you can't. It's like the smallest one that Logan is on. The pincer is the closest to his head because it's the smallest one. And every once in a while, it does kind of like bump you in the back or whatever, But it not like it's trying to attack you. It's just just like through its movements and stuff. And,
Can I just, on our way out, Leicester would just say to Smalley as he's passing, I will try and take care of them. And we'll try and like befriend his while he's riding it.
and he just kind of like bows and may the fates be with you all. Good luck. All right.
Thank you.
So what are you guys all doing?
Heading
Going on
towards,
a quest. Going on a quest.
going on a quest.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yuckle.
Going on a quest.
All right.
Right. I'll play the song as
Sitting on the beach.
well. Melica's singing. I'll be playing the mandolin.
All right, cool. Which gate do you want to leave through?
The one towards
sun.
the desert.
But it's all the way across town. The one near the pit seems like the closest.
Well, yeah, and the south gate is close to that temple of the Witherer, isn't it?
Well, there's a southwest gate, there's the west gate, there's the southeast gate, the northeast gate. Those are the four.
I was looking at this one. Wait.
I mean, you guys are going to be heading
Or-
like southeast.
Okay, maybe we should go for that one.
Yeah.
I guess it would be faster to
Sure.
travel outside the city, though. I don't know.
No, the roads will be quick, probably.
Yeah.
Probably
so-
safer to travel in the city as long as possible.
Yeah.
It's better in the city than the wilds.
All right, so let's just say. All right, so who's in front?
Alcaeus has the orb.
Okay, okay.
Well, I'll need somebody too. This is just to help, occasionally. I can't navigate a desert by myself.
Leicester's rather
Too bad.
skilled in the wild. How about you?
I have no experience in a desert though.
Pish tosh. You're a ranger. Anything outside of the city is your domain.
I would humbly disagree.
Right then, Nathan. Up front, quickly.
I could be. I don't think I've ever been in a desert either, exactly.
I didn't know there could be this much sand.
Yeah. And it's like all the scorpions are like pretty smooth riding, and Logan's like his is shifting side to side a little bit and kind of rocking back and forth. And all right.
I'd say Alcaeus or Leicester should probably lead the.
Well, I'll be up front. I was just seeing if anybody wanted to come support me.
I'll be next
I'll
to you. Yes.
support you in the front.
Okay.
I think
So Case and Melica are in the front. Who's gonna be next?
I'll be next. Yeah.
All right,
Someone's got to be next.
Then me.
Nathan.
Oh, I cannot hear
Logan.
Nathan. So I
Okay,
will
so Leicester's
reconnect.
taking up the rear. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. All right, so let's just say.
Lyston, baby.
Yeah, baby's probably trying to climb onto the stinger and sit up there.
Oh, that'd be a bad place to sit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
She likes
So
to feel tall.
yeah, so it's maybe half an hour or so as you're leaving the city, and go through the gates, and you can see the towers. And there's like archers and stuff up there, and you all start looking out into the distance and just see nothing but just dunes and dead trees and occasional, like brush and scrub and small cacti and this, that, and the other thing, and you all start heading out into the desert.
Also, before we left, I changed into traveling clothes and put on my wide brimmed hat.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Everybody would have been given just like desert clothing, like just to cover yourself, if you wanted it.
Yes.
Okay.
If you wanted it.
Probably.
Yes.
And also, like let's say desert goggles. That'll help with like sandstorms and shit. So just make a note of that because I forgot. I'm sorry about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Lucky.
A lot
Yeah,
more
Eric.
role playing and stuff going on. You guys love role playing. And
Melica can't hear you, Eric.
uh oh. Tell her to reconnect, I guess.
Okay.
I was having issues earlier. Just sometimes you have to wait for it to come back.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
reconnect.
It liked
please.
to wait for Eric the longest. Just like everyone else you can have. Yeah, you might just have to wait. I had to wait. Literally every time I was about to like message in the chat, like my shit broke, it'd be like, no, it's fixed.
I know. Ian's was getting a little choppy a little bit ago, for me anyway.
Yeah, mine did at the beginning.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, so that's where we're in tonight's session. I guess if Chey wanted to do anything before,
Yeah, we're finishing up.
then we could just deal with that in Discord or something. Hope you all have fun. We're finally on an official quest, which is pretty exciting.
Killer request.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So if for everybody out there who's concerned about the what's happening over in DC, have faith in our government, I guess. And everybody should be okay. Yeah, we try not to get too political on here. Fuck Trump. And yeah, so if you're offended by that and you never want to see us, good. And if you're not offended, go ahead and hit that follow button on Twitch if you're watching live, and then come check us out on YouTube. This will be uploaded shortly. You can show us some love on Facebook, facebook.com/the D20 Initiative, youtube.com/the D20 Initiative, twitch.tv/the D20 Initiative. You can show some love out to D&D 420. It's a really cool page and stuff that's ran by some very cool people, and if you want to show Landon some love, go check them out on Instagram and Twitter, was it right at Forever Cafe _ all right, so yeah, be safe everybody. Happy New Year 2021. It's already starting off to be fairly interesting.
Right.
Year of the Scorpion.
Yeah, we will
Right.
we will catch you all next week. So is it Wednesday yet? Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
We didn't
See you guys.
die.